Hi, this is Daniel Brown. I'm going to show you how to create symmetry in perspective. We're going to start with the shape. I haven't drawn anything particularly fancy because this is just an example. And you can apply it to every shape as long as you're looking to have the shape be symmetrical. First thing we need to do is figure out where the center of the object is. And we do that by drawing an X, and then creating a new layer, creating the X on a new layer, and then you create a new layer and draw a line from one of the vanishing points through the middle of the X. It's the axis that you want it to be symmetrical along, and then you free transform it. You use the transform tool. Make sure you hold down Shift when you do that to lock the aspect ratio. Otherwise, it moves back and forth and doesn't remain the same angle. I'm going to be using that a fair bit during this example because I like that tool. I'm going to get rid of the X because we don't need it. Okay, so now that we know that where the symmetry is, we need some sort of feature or shape. I'm going to try to do an ellipse. It's terrible, but it will work. I'm going to fix it just a little bit. Okay, so we've got our shape. What do we know? We know how tall it is relative to that vanishing point. So we know how tall it will be at any point inside this second half. What we don't know and can't really figure out at the moment is how far this way it is. And that's what I've devised this method to figure out. What we're going to draw next is something I call a mirroring plane. It might have a proper name. I don't know what it is. So, mirroring plane is the term. If I find out at some point that it does have a proper name, I'll start using it. Okay, so now we've got this wonderful green, very green thing. What we're going to do with it is create a delta shape that is the exact size and dimension of that shape, and we're going to use this for making the symmetry. We can just turn that layer off because we won't actually use it again. So let's change to something nice and bright like red and continue the example. So this is the horizontal distance that locates our shape. So we take it there, new layer, from here to the vanishing point and back. You guessed it, transform. And then to the vanishing point and back, and from the vanishing point to here, from there to there. Okay, so this is our horizontal bracket for our shape. And because this particular shape is symmetrical, I'm going to be expedient and just make a copy of it, move it over, and there we go. Now I'm going to go through and tidy up my layers. That's everything I need. And flatten the document. So that's how you do it in perspective. If you need to do it farther back in an object, it's a little more complicated, but the same principle basically applies. The difference is you, instead of just drawing down you have to draw. I'll just do an example. First, you need to make a box around the shape. Everything's easier with boxes in perspective. Absolutely everything. Okay, this is new layer. I'm going to do one line to each side. Ooh, I need to go back for a moment to the layer and draw down. Okay, so back to the layer I'm going to be transforming in a moment. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm locating it horizontally, but you also have to make sure it's located when you bring it forward. So in this particular case, that's brought forward correctly. So I'm hitting OK. Doing that. I'm getting a little confused here. Okay, but essentially, what this is doing is it's taking a feature and it brings it forward, and then you can do the method I've already explained to mirror it back and forth and find the other side. But you need to find where the vertical lines connect in perspective, and that can be a little tricky if you don't do these rays back and forth. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I wasn't too scattered. This is about the fourth time I've tried to record this. I need to figure out some editing software, which I already have, but I need to remember how to use it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.